Hey everybody, Scott Spreitzer here, DocSports.com, and welcome to the report for Wednesday, February 6, 2019. Free pick coming up in just a moment. First, quick note, if you've yet to become a member over at DocSports.com, just want to give it a try. Real cool way to do so. You click on the link below this video, and you can get yourself set up for a free $60 account. You can use those free $60 on any of my daily packages or anybody else over at DocSports.com. Real cool way to give it a try. Again, a free $60 account, and it all starts by clicking on the link below this video. Last night, NBA, again, a nice win. And we had Indiana last night, and they routed the Lakers, as you saw, 136-94. And we were getting 3 points with the Pacers in that particular game. And NBA has been our bread and butter in the 2019 calendar year, going back to early January. In fact, we're now on a 67% run over the past, 35, 36 days or so. And we're up over $4,100 for those wagering, just $100 per unit. There are 7 NBA games on Wednesday's slate, but just to show there ain't no forcing going on here, we looked at them all. We looked at them all twice. I can't find a single NBA game that I'm going to be involved in on a Wednesday. I looked ahead to Thursday's slate. I do like Thursday's slate, thankfully, because I do like to place bets in the NBA, especially when we're hot. But no NBA for Wednesday's card. I do have a 3-play college basketball trifecta, as I like to call them, over at DocSports.com. We did lose yesterday in college baskets. We look to bounce back. 3 plays. We're on a 51-31 run with our 3-play trifectas, which is about 62% against the spread. That goes all the way back to the start of last year in college basketball. And 3-play trifectas have been real good to us. We got one going on Wednesday. 3 big sides in college basketball. In fact, 3 underdog sides that we like. Undervalued plays on Wednesday's slate. Again, though, as far as NBA, and we've been red hot since the turn of the new year, we're just going to have to make a pass on Wednesday. 7 games, and we just don't like any of them. So we'll wait for Thursday. I will say this by the way, about Wednesday's NBA. We thought we might be involved in the Spurs-Warriors battle. That line right now is Golden State 11. I would expect that to go up when you see DeMar DeRozan. In fact, the Spurs' top 2 players sitting out for this one for rest, as they're going to try to focus ahead of day to the battle with the Portland Trailblazers on Thursday, playing back-to-back games like that. So we decided to sit it out. Again, you get a couple of players who are top players on a team that sit out. It could go either way. You could have a team that comes out a little bit listless, no leadership, and they get blown out, or you got everybody else who could pick up the slack for that one game, and your opponent might take you a little bit more lightly than they normally would, and you end up getting a closer game than expected. So that was the one game we were thinking about getting involved in, and because of those top 2 players for the Spurs sitting out, we're just going to pass the NBA altogether. But again, don't forget about the 3-play trifecta over at DocSports.com on Wednesday morning. 3 college basketball underdogs who look to extend that trifecta run to 54-31. Wanted to mention also, if you guys have noticed this trend that's been going on since early January, maybe even late December, and I talked to Jason Simbel over at CG Sportsbooks about this not too long ago, but about the fact that overnight early movement, which is basically all so-called sharp movement and has been that way for years in college basketball, isn't getting the job done. I'm here to tell you it's not getting the job done, not putting games in the win column. And I wanted to pick out a few games to keep an eye on for Wednesday, because all 3 of the teams that I'm about to mention are getting early movement, sharp action overnight heading into Wednesday. And we're talking about Notre Dame, that number coming down against Miami, George Washington getting early money over Virginia Commonwealth, Providence getting early money over Georgetown. Now, I looked at those 3 games and I thought about taking Providence, but we found a good couple of reasons to go ahead and pass that game. But again, early sharp action, not winning in college basketball, and getting out in front of that closing line, which you'll hear some people talking about. Hey, well, at least I was ahead of the closing line. Ain't working this year. But again, follow those 3 plays. Notre Dame getting early money, George Washington getting early sharp money, Providence getting early sharp money on Wednesday, and we'll see how it goes when we report on that. None of those 3 games I'm involved in on Wednesday's card. My 3-play trifecta, all 3 dogs are involved in other games outside of those. So we'll look to go 3-0. We'll report how we did on a Thursday morning's video. The free video for today. Is going to be the Texas Longhorns, who are laying 3 as we speak over Baylor. The game going at 8 p.m. Eastern time on a Wednesday night. Listen, Texas is on thin ice right now. They have lost 6 of 8, but check out who they've lost to and the final margins of those losses. I mean, they lost on the conference road to Oklahoma State, Kansas, TCU, Iowa State. No shame in losing any of those 4 games on the road, and they lost those 4 by a grand total of just 14 points, just over 3 points per game. They already made up for one of those road losses when they beat the Jayhawks at home a couple of games ago by 10 points. They played extremely well of the Longhorns on the defensive end at home, and I think that's where they're going to catch Baylor tonight. The way Texas can play defense in Austin, I think, is going to be the difference maker here, and I believe the actual line is about a bucket off the point spread in favor of Texas in this one. So recommended to play on the Texas Longhorns plus the points over the Baylor Bears on Wednesday night. Again, don't forget about that 3-play college basketball underdog trifecta on a Wednesday slate, available Wednesday morning, 11:30 a.m. Eastern, 8:30 a.m. Pacific, over at DocSports.com. 51-31 is the trifecta run, and we'll look to go to 54-31 if we can get a sweep out of these 3 underdogs. All right, listen, if you like these videos, be sure to click on the thumbs up button. Be sure to subscribe. We appreciate those who have done so thus far. Don't forget to check out the Vegas Beat podcast on a Wednesday afternoon over at DocSports.com. Upper right-hand corner of the homepage, click on that drop-down menu and check it out. Vegas Beat with myself, with Alan Harris, with Indian Cowboy, Bernie Fratto hosting, and also we had Jason Simbel on from CG Sportsbooks. It'll be available Wednesday afternoon, DocSports.com. We look at basketball all the way through Saturday, so you'll want to check that out. All right, we'll be right back here Thursday morning, 4 a.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. Pacific. I'm Scott Spreitzer, DocSports.com. Let's put Wednesday in the win column.